Hey y'all! Alright, in this unit, we are going to be talking about something that intimidates people so bad, but it's something that could absolutely make you or it could break you. And that is meal prepping and following our meal plan. And I know when I mention food prep to a lot of people, the first thing that comes to mind is definitely getting overwhelmed and feeling intimidated by it. But it can be so simple, and once you get the hang of it and realize that you can make it simple, it's gonna become your best friend and it's really gonna help you out. All right, so first of all, let's talk about the container system before we move into meal prep. Now, I mentioned in another unit that some of us have old school stuff, hard copies, before we came out with everything online. But it's gonna look the same online. So every program is going to have a food chart, and you're gonna fill out the calculations for it, and it's gonna tell you how many containers you can have to follow on our meal plan. So you're gonna have vegetable, protein, fruit, healthy fats, teaspoons, and you're gonna have a carb container. Now in the program materials for every program is where you're going to find this stuff, and it's going to have the meal plan for you, and they're going to have lists of which vegetables fit on our meal plan, of the fruits it's going to list them, and so on and so forth for each container. And just note that what they have done is they have put the healthiest options for the food containers at the very top. So if you look at the red container, sardines, lean ground chicken or turkey, and boneless chicken breast are going to be at the top, and then you get to the bottom and you're going to have, turkey bacon and ricotta cheese and cottage cheese are going to be the least healthiest. So a little tip that I've learned is if you have a hard time sometimes and you're not getting the results you want, stick to the top third of each list on here, and that's really going to help you out a lot. All right, so once you get your kit in the mail, you're going to have some containers in there. And like I said, each food group has its own container. So this is going to be your vegetable one. Here's your fruits, your carbs, your protein, your seasoned dressings, and your healthy fat. Now how the containers work, and just to let you know, once you get used to this meal plan and you get used to how much servings look, you're not even going to use these that much anymore. And to be honest with you, I don't even really need them that much because I know what a serving looks like now. But anyways, once you fix all the vegetables and stuff, you're going to put them in this container. And if the lid can go on, or you can put your hand over it, that is going to be one serving of vegetables. Same with the fruits. You can fill this thing up with grapes. As long as you can put your hand or the lid over it, then it counts. Same with rice and stuff like that. Now, you're going to want to pay attention because obviously stuff like a banana, you're not going to want to mash a banana into the container, but it's going to tell you a half a banana is a serving. Same with a bunch of other foods. It's going to tell you like 10 baby carrots counts as a serving and stuff like that. So you're not going to have to measure everything out. You'll, like I said, get used to it to know a half a potato is a serving and stuff like that. So if you have any questions about the containers, definitely reach out to your coach and we will go over this with you. Super, super easy to use once you get the hang of it. And then you're going to love it because it's just easy. All right, moving on to food prep. Somebody once told me to think of it as KISS, K-I-S-S, keep it simple, stupid. And that's exactly what you need to do when it comes to meal prepping. You do not have to go crazy. You don't have to do lavish stuff. In fact, I recommend doing the the easy stuff you can when you first start meal prepping, just to get yourself used to this. So some of the things that I might meal prep during the week, which is very common for me, is I might boil a whole dozen eggs because 2 hard-boiled eggs counts as 1 red. So typically I'll boil a dozen eggs, and then I will have 2 boiled eggs for my lunch throughout the week. Another thing is go ahead and wash your fruit and get it cut up if you need to. Same thing with your vegetables. If you're going to eat them raw, or say you're going to saute them up one night, go ahead and take a Sunday night and wash all of your vegetables at once and go ahead and chop them up and put them into, whether you keep them in the containers, plastic baggies, or food containers, go ahead and portion that out so that when you get home at night, if you're doing something with veggies, you already have it measured out and cut and washed. You can just dump it in the pan. And to me, once you have everything spread out and you're already kind of in the zone of meal prepping, it's so much easier to take the time and do it on like a Sunday night and get it done with, so you don't have to worry about it throughout the rest of the week. And some of the ways that I find some ideas on how to meal prep, if you go to Beachbody On Demand, Autumn actually has a show called Fixate on there, and it's a bunch of recipes she has put together. So go look at her recipes. There's going to be a lot of bulk items that you can make Sunday night, like chili and soup and tomato sauce and stuff like that. So you can make bulk items as well. And she's made it easy because, for instance, chili, she's gone ahead and told us that 1.5 cups of the chili counts as a certain amount of containers. So you're not having to worry about, how many yellows you put of the beans in there and how many containers of red. It's already laid out for you. So I would definitely go look at Autumn's recipes on there. Another place that I use religiously is Pinterest. So many people have come up with so many good recipes. Another example, I use the chicken enchilada casserole recipe all the time, and somebody has already done the math and figured out the containers. So I just make what they say, and they already have it figured out on how many reds, greens, and blues, etc. that it makes. So look up 21 Day Fix recipes on Pinterest, and you are going to find so many good things on there. Now, another tip that I have for you is for each food category, I would always have something on hand for you so that if you get super hungry, you don't have to fix it. It's already pre-made, even if you haven't food prepped it, so that you can just grab and go. Because I don't know about y'all, but if I'm hungry, it doesn't matter if I'm trying to eat healthy or not. If I'm hungry, I'm not going to want to fix anything at the moment. I'm going to want to grab something and eat it right away. So I'm going to give you a couple examples for each food container that will hopefully help you out with that. So for your purple container, I always try to have frozen fruit in the freezer, and that's a great idea to add to your shakes because there's been several mornings where we've run out of bananas and fresh fruit, but I've had it stocked in the freezer, and that's not going to go bad like fresh fruit will. So definitely try to have some maybe chopped up frozen fruit. I know a lot of people even will cut the banana in half and freeze that and add that to their shake. So definitely do frozen fruit. But always keep fresh fruit on hand. Fruit you don't have to cook. So if you have apples and oranges and bananas on hand and you're hungry, that's such an easy grab item, for the go. Now for your green container with veggies, I find this one to be a little bit trickier. My main one for the green container I'm going to have on hand are going to be baby carrots. That is such an easy food to have in the refrigerator, and you can grab 10 baby carrots on the go. And to me, because they take so long to chew, it really fills you up, and it keeps me preoccupied from being hungry. So baby carrots is one of them. I'm trying to think if there's another one for this one that's pretty easy. I mean, obviously salad, you don't have to cook that, so you can, do that pretty easy. If anybody has any more ideas for this one, let me know, because baby carrots is my main thing. For the carb container, I always have potatoes on hand. So sweet potatoes and white potatoes that I can pop in the microwave. That is an easy thing. And I do try to make bulk, either oatmeal or rice or quinoa or pasta, and have that in the refrigerator. Another thing we do are whole wheat waffles. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but you can actually have whole wheat frozen waffles on here. So stick those in the freezer. One of them counts as a yellow container, and then you are good to go on that. So those are some easy ones with that.
Say hi?
For the red container, my daughter's right here. For the red container, I always have like either. Yes, say hi.
Hi. Mama just braided my hair 2 braids.
Yes, I just braided her hair. For the red container, I will do Greek yogurt, cottage cheese. Those are some easy ones to have on hand that you don't have to prep. I just have them in the, the big container on that. Like I said, the boiled eggs are great. Some Sunday nights I might put some chicken in the crock pot with some maybe like chicken broth, and then I can shred it and add it to tacos or to salads during the week. So that's an easy one. And I don't know if y'all know this or not, but turkey bacon, even though it's on the bottom of the list, you can still have it. So that and deli meat are also great things to have in the fridge for when you get to that. Now, the blue container is my favorite, and I wish we got 5 of these. This is going to be your healthy fat. So avocado and cheese are going to be the main ones, and some nuts. But I always have a low moisture mozzarella cheese on hand. String cheese is the easiest thing to grab and go for this one. Makes a great snack, and you don't have to do anything because you just peel it apart from the pack, and there you go, you have string cheese. But you know, keep some almonds on hand or something like that that you don't have to cook. You can just grab. The orange container is, I found, to be a trickier one if you don't eat salads. It's an easy container to use if you eat salads every day because you can put your dressing in here. But if not, it's kind of hard to think of what can go in here. So I always try to keep sunflower seeds on hand and black olives. I think black olives are good mixed in everything, and 10 black olives make an orange container, or just fill it up with some toasted sunflower seeds and you're good to go. For the teaspoon, which I don't have a teaspoon, but y'all know what that looks like. You know, I always keep peanut butter on hand for that. If you use a cup of unsweetened vanilla almond milk in your shakes in the morning, then 1 cup of that equals 1 teaspoon. So that's an easy thing to think about as well. But if you need any ideas when it comes to meal prepping, definitely let us know. It's something that my husband and I put off for a very long time because we just dreaded it. We're like, I don't want to spend time on Sunday night doing something like that. But once we got used to it and realized how much time it saved us during the week, then it's our absolute favorite thing to do because it's so nice to have things done and then to come home during the weeknight and everything's already prepped where you just have to throw it in there, or have your lunches made, or have bulk oatmeal made so in the mornings you can scoop that and go. So definitely take the time to meal prep on Sunday nights. Make it super simple when you start off, and then you can slowly add to it. But don't overwhelm yourself when it comes to this meal plan. We would start off easy. We would grill some chicken and saute or roast some veggies, and then have like a potato with some cheddar cheese on it, you know, or what else do we do? Stir fried veggies with some quinoa and shrimp on top. Like, make it super simple at first until you get used to it. So anyways, that is it for some ideas on meal prepping and how the container system is used. And another thing is, if you're still hungry by the end of the day, you can always fit some more greens in because more vegetables are not going to hurt you. So see y'all later.